Hello everyone, I am Hemant Kumar Mishra, Assistant Professor from MBA Department in IIMT College of Engineering. Today I have present the topic Performance Appraisal of the Employee. First of all, we discuss what is performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is the method of evaluating the behavior of the employee in the workplace, normally including both quantitative and qualitative aspect of the job. How the employee is performing, how the employee can develop, what the superior can do to make it happen, how the job is going. If we talk about performance appraisal is play a very important role for every organization because by which we can calculate or we can find the productivity of the employee, performance of the employee in during their job. So performance appraisal is very key role for every organization. Why conduct a performance appraisal program? Provide information about the performance, ranks, decision regarding salary revision, confirmation, promotion and demotion. Provide feedback about level of achievement and behavior of the subordinate. Provide information which help to counsel the employee. Provide information to diagnose the deficiency of the employee. Provide training and development need of the employee. If we talk about why the performance appraisal program is very important, because when we conduct this program we can easily find the productivity or performance of the employee, and with this regarding we can give the promotion or demotions or salary revision for the employee, and also we can calculate or we can search the achievement and behavior with their subordinates. Also, when we find the uh, performance of the employee, we can also counsel to them for betterment of the performance and enhance the skills for their performance. Provide Also we can diagnose what are the deficiency come from the employee. Also we can train and develop to the employee according to their performance appraisal. When to conduct a performance appraisal program? The performance review must occur at least once in a year. Some companies review twice in a year. However, as a part of performance management, performance review is continuing and ongoing activity. If we talk about performance appraisal program, mostly the companies conduct once in a year, and some companies conduct twice in a year. It is also a continuous and ongoing activity and continuous process. Now we discuss objective of performance appraisal program. First is establish a more effective two-way communication. Second is set performance objective. Third is help improve current performance. Fourth is assess past performance. Fifth is provide feedback on performance. Sixth is identify training and development needs. And seventh is identify staff with promotional possibility. If we talk about objective, mm, mainly objective of the performance appraisal program is to assess the present and past performance of the employee, and according the performance we can give the training and development needs. What are the training and development program for the employee for enhance or betterment for the skills and performance of the employee. Who are involved in performance appraisal? First is appraisee, second is appraiser, and third is HR department. If we talk about appraisee is a person who assessed by their superior or the manager, and the appraiser is the manager, superior, superintendent, or other higher authorities who can assist the employee. And last is HR department. HR department is also play a key role in the performance of their program, because by them we can easily calculate the performance of the employee. Now some contents of performance appraisal. First is regularity of the attendance, ability to work individually or in group, leadership skills, ability to grasp new things, area of interest, attitude, job knowledge, judgment skills, area of improvement, past achievement, honesty and sincerity, innovativeness, cost and time. There are some contents by which we can calculate, or this is the some parameters for the assessment or appraise the employee performance. Now we discuss some method of performance appraisal program. First is traditional method. In traditional method, there is graphic rating scale method. This is the oldest and most widely method used for performance appraisal. The scales may specify 5 points, so a factor such as job knowledge might be rated 1, poorly informed about work duty, 2, 5 as complete mastery of all the phases of the job. In graphic rating scale method, we can give the rating to the employee 1 to 5 according to their performance in during the job. So this method is very useful for the every employee or every appraiser to give the right point to the employee. Now we can see the table regarding the typical graphic rating scale. We can give some points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 according to their performance of the employee. The quantity of work, volume of work under normal working conditions, we can give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 according to their performance. Quality of work, neatness, thoroughness and accuracy of the work, knowledge of the job. We can also give some which is the perfect for their employee. A clear understanding of the factor connected with the job. Attitude, exhibit enthusiasm and cooperativeness on the job. Next is ranking method. This is one of the oldest and simplest technique of performance appraisal. In this method, the appraiser ranks the employee from the best to the poorest on basis of their overall performance. It is quite useful for a comparative evaluation. The ranking method, we can calculate the comparative study of the employee regarding their performance during the job with best to poorest. So it is very important for every organization. If we see the table, there is performance, points and behavior. Extremely good, it means it gives 7 points, can expect trainee to make valuable suggestion for increased sales and to have positive relationship with customers all over the country. Next is good. 6 can expect to initiate creative ideas for improved sales. Above average. 5 can expect to keep in touch with the customers throughout the year. Average. 4 can manage with difficulty to deliver the goods in time. Below average can expect to unload the truck when asked by the supervisor. Poor. 2 can expect to inform only a part of the customer. Extremely poor. 1 can expect to take extended coffee break and roam around purposelessly. Now we can discuss pair comparison method. A better technique of comparison than the straight ranking method is this method compares each employee with all other in the group, one at a time. After all the comparison on the basis of the overall comparison, the employees are given the final ranking. In the pair comparison method, we can give the comparison between two or group in a employee, and we can easily find out the best performance and give final rating to the employee. Now we can discuss forced distribution method. Forced ranking is a method of performance appraisal to rank employee but in order of forced distribution. Forced distribution means we can give the task to the employee and during the task what they perform in with the difficult conditions and how they perform in their certain situation. Now we can discuss checklist method. Another simple type of individual evaluation method is checklist method. In the checklist method, we can give certain questions regarding the performance of the employee, and the questions type is close-ended questions. It means yes or no. There is some sample questions for the performance of the employee. So that is the employee really interested in the task assigned? Yes or no. Is he respected by his colleagues or the co-worker? Yes or no. Does he give respect to his supervisor? Yes or no. Does he follow instruction properly? Yes or no. Does he make mistake frequently? Yes or no. Now we discuss critical incidence method. Under this method, the manager prepare a list of statement of very effective and ineffective behavior of an employee. These critical incident or event represent the outstanding or poor behavior of employee on the job. If we talk about critical incident method, we can calculate the performance of the employee in different situations, which can give by the supervisor or the superintendent of the employee. So we can easily calculate the performance of the employee in the critical incidents or critical conditions. There is example in July. Mr. Paul patiently attend to the major customer complaints. He is polite, prompt, enthusiastic in solving the customer problem. On the other hand, the bad critical incident may appear as under September 28. Mr. Paul stayed 45 minutes over his break during the busiest part of the day. He failed to answer the store manager's call thrice. Now we can discuss essay method. This method asks the manager, supervisor to describe strength and weakness of an employee's behavior. In this method, the manager or supervisor describably give the performance of the employee regarding their strength and weaknesses during the job. Now we can discuss confidential report. It is mostly used in government organization. It is a descriptive report prepared generally at the end of every year by the employee immediate superior. The report highlights the strengths and weaknesses of the subordinate. In every organization, we can calculate the overall performance in a year of the employee, and also government organization also develop the report of the employee regarding the current year performance. So it is very important for every government organization and private organization. Now we can discuss modern method. MBO. MBO means management by objective. A process whereby the superior and the subordinate of the organization jointly identify its common objective, define each individual major areas of responsibility, establishment of goal, setting the performance standard, actual level of job attainment is compared with the goal agreed upon, establishing new goals and new strategies for goals not previously attained. If we talk about MBO, in MBO we can find the strategies for objective and the goal for the organization. So by which we can generate the or we can calculate the performance according the goals and objective of the organization. MBO play a very key role in the performance appraisal program. Psychological appraisal. When psychologists are used for evaluation, they assess an individual potential. The appraisal consists of in-depth interviews, psychological tests, discussion with supervisor, and a review of other evaluation. The psychologists give some questions or some tests for the employee for evaluating their performance according to their psychology. Assessment center. This is not a technique of performance appraisal by itself. In fact, this is a system or organization where assessment of several individuals is done by expert by using various techniques. These techniques use role-playing, case study, etc. If we talk about assessment center is the center where we can easily assess the performance of the employee according to their some techniques like playing, role-playing and case study. Now we can discuss 360 feedback. What is 360 feedback program? 360 feedback is a multi-rater feedback system where an individual is assessed by a number of assessors including his boss, direct report, colleagues, internal customer and external customer. In the 360-degree feedback program, we can assess the employee with the behavior of with his boss or their colleagues or their internal and external customer, from where we can collect the information regarding the performance of the employee. Feedback collected from internal customer, peers, external customer, team member, self and boss. These are the important factors by which we can easily find the feedback for the employee. Now we can discuss some common problems associated with conducting the appraisal. First is halo-horn effect. Employee extreme competence in one area, sign overall other. Conversely, employee does poorly in one area and this overshadow all area. If we talk about the halo effect, every employee have a unique competencies according their behavior, according their performance. So if we talk about the best performance of the employee, we can calculate from the one area and they can uh, sign overall. And if we talk about uh, conversely the employee performance, they also not very good in certain area, so we can not find exact performance of the employee. Next is bias. Own prejudice, race, national origin, gender, appearance, influence of appraisal. Also, we can biasness with the employee regarding their appearance or the genders or the national race origin for the employee. Next is comparison rating, contrasting one employee with another. We can also compare the employee to the employee according to their appearance in the organization. So it is very difficult to evaluate or we can appraise the performance of the employee. Fourth is recency effect, focusing on recent performance instead of entire year. We can only focus on the recent performance of the employee, but we cannot focus on the previous performance of the employee. So it is very difficult or very unuseful for the performance appraisal program. Personal prejudice. If the rater dislike one group or employees, he may rate them at the lower end. If the appraiser or the managers are not like the one group or the employee, they can give the lower rank or the lower number for the performance. Favoritism. Evaluating friend or those who don't behaves etc. more favorably than other. Every organization have some favorite employees and some unfavorite employee. We can calculate the performance according to their favoritism. So it is very difficult to calculate the employee's performance because we can find the favor and unfavor of the employee. Thank you for listening me.